Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Beverly. Lovely having you here. I hope you'll stick around. Click that little subscribe button, like, share, ring the bell, all that malarkey. Welcome back. Basically today I'm going to just be having a little chitty chat with you. I've been going through a bit of a downwards thing with my depression over the last month. I don't know if you've noticed. It's the first day I've had makeup on for a while. I'm shook. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to talk about depression and how it can suck away all that feeling good, all the wanting to take a shower, wanting to put makeup on, wanting to get dressed, wanting to do anything is sucked away, and you're left being this just blob on the sofa. It's not a good feeling. And I kind of just wanted to talk about how I've been coping, how I've been facing up to those feelings, and how I've just been trying to push through it and keep on going. The first thing is always keep eating. My first go-to as an anorexia survivor is to not eat, is to skip meals. And I did notice that I'd started to not completely skip the meal, but kind of, how can I put it, snack instead. So I'd eat like we get these little Graze snack things, or I'd eat a naked bar instead of having my lunch. I'd have a smoothie instead of breakfast, which is okay-ish, but it's not really giving you all the protein and nourishment that your body needs. I was eating dinners when my husband was home because I wanted to cook a healthy meal for him. That's always really important to me. But basically what I was doing was skipping meals, skipping all those chances that I had to really give my body the best chance of healing. I have a lot of chronic illnesses, and my biggest problems are pain and fatigue. And eating certain ways and certain foods can help you kind of get a little bit of, I don't like to call it false energy, but it's not real energy. It's like you're stealing from tomorrow kind of thing. But I was trying to read up on these things, trying to get healthy, trying to be healthy, but kind of failing at every step because I didn't really know what I was doing. I've never really been one to enjoy food or any kind of aspect of food, but recently, I'd say over the past couple of years, I've been really enjoying cooking healthy meals for my husband. And so I kind of made the decision, right, I'm going to try and get healthy. I started using an app called LifeSum, and I have done a little startup video, and I'll link it in the cards. I never know which corner it is, but I'll link up there because that video is just like how I'm starting to learn to use the thing, and I am going to do a follow-up, like how I'm doing kind of thing next week. But that app has really got me looking at food in a different way. It's like looking at food as fuel, and I think self-love is really important, and loving yourself enough to want to give yourself the best chance at being healthy. Whether you're well or whether you suffer with chronic illnesses, depression can hit anybody at any point. There are people like Robin Williams, like Chester Benningfield from Linkin Park, Chris Cornell, are all recent people who we think as, you know, normal people, non-celebrities, that celebrities and rich people have got it made, they've got it great. But by seeing that depression can hit anybody, suicide can come to anybody, just really showed me that I need to start loving myself. And one way is by using this app. It monitors what you eat, it encourages you, it's got really great breakdown of every food that you choose, so that you can look and say, okay, well that's not got enough protein in it, so what can I add to add protein? And I'm kind of like starting to find different ways of doing things, different ways of cooking, looking at foods in different ways. It's really encouraged me to just push through the want, the need in me to not eat, push through that and love myself enough to give myself the best chance. And I think I've skipped one meal in the last 3 weeks, which is really good for me, and I'm so proud of myself. Now, depression makes me want to focus on that one meal that I skipped. Oh my gosh, I'm failing. I'm a complete failure. I've done everything wrong. I can't get it right. Negative, negative, negative. Instead, you have to find a way to be positive, and so you have to find a way to look at it. And I always think, treat yourself like your best friend. If my best friend was trying to do a diet and she was like, I've missed one meal, so I'm letting everyone down, I would turn it around. I'd be like, no, you missed just one meal in all those weeks. That's amazing progress. That's really good. I'm so thankful and so proud of you, and I would boost my best friend up. And so I've been learning over the past month, when my depression really hit back, to just take that time to be aware and be mindful. Be mindful of every thought. I know that a lot of people aren't into Buddhism, although it's kind of trendy, all this inspirational quotes with a nice background of somebody looking over the Grand Canyon, and you think, oh, that looks amazing, I'll retweet that. But Buddhism is more than that. It's more about loving yourself enough to try and be the best version of yourself for God. If you don't believe in God, I don't want to hear any negativity about God anywhere. But I do want you to really take away from it that you are worth so much more than you think. There are people around you who think you're the most beautiful girl in the world. There is somebody out there who will see you on the street and be like, she's beautiful, he's so handsome. There are people who I have crushes on that sometimes, like, I usually say, if I've got a crush on somebody, I will usually say, or you can tell. And those people generally will be like, me? Like, they can't believe it, because the people that you like are not usually the chiseled, handsome guys and gals that are on Instagram, and do you know what I mean? They're not the perfect people. They're the people who make you laugh when you're struggling. They're the people who build you up. They're the people who show you that you are worth more. And I'm really just trying to say that recently I've been trying to be that voice to myself, be my own best friend. And so when I just skipped one meal, I thought, that's brilliant, you're doing so well, I'm so proud of you. And I was grateful for that app. That app's really encouraged me. It's taught me a lot. It's brilliant, and I'm probably going to always use it, because it encourages you to think. It encourages you to be mindful of what you're eating. And if you're Buddhist, that's what it's all about. It's about being in this moment, not letting negative thoughts pull you down, not continuously thinking about what's coming tomorrow and worrying about the conversation that you had 10 years ago. It's about being in this moment. And it's really taught me a lot. So eating well is a big thing. I do also want to talk about Instagram as a whole. People Instagramming pictures they just happen to be eating. Or, you know, I'm on a yacht, my hair blowing in the wind. And you think, wow, these are the beautiful people. This is who I'm supposed to look like. The thing is, when you meet these people, these beautiful people, like I've watched some of these people like on YouTube or whatever, celebrities and stuff. And when it's the everyday thing, they don't look like that. They look like a normal person. Like I go to a lot of conventions, a lot of events. You see these beautiful photo shoots of actors and actresses. You see these the Instagram posts and everything, but then when you meet them in person, they're just ordinary people. And I just want to say that a lot of people can get apps on their phones that work like Photoshop. They face tune so their faces look chiseled. They sculpt out their bottom, you know, whatever they need to do. Sometimes if you see that beautiful food that just happen to be eating, it's set up. It's all a setup. It's because people want to show their best selves on Instagram. They want to be Instagram famous. They want to have that. But when they're at home, that's not what they look like. And I want us to start seeing through the glamour. I know I'm reading Shadowhunters at the moment, bear with me. But it's just a glamour. It's not real. And you have to kind of wipe that off your face and kind of really look. I also unfollowed a lot of people recently on social media. I want to be surrounded with positive people, people who don't put others down, people who build each other up. I want to be surrounded by pictures of people who are real, people who are actual friends. And yeah, I do follow a lot of celebrities, but the ones that post pictures that I think that's staged, that's not real, I unfollow them. If somebody posts a picture and I start thinking, I wish I was as thin as that, I wish I had a life like that, I wish, I unfollow them. I'm a Christian as well as a Buddhist, and a lot of, there is a verse in the Bible, you must forgive me because I'm only recently getting back into reading the Bible daily, so I'm not very good at remembering like chapter and verse of everything. But God actually said, if something causes you to stumble, cut it out. Even if it's, you know, your arm, cut it off. Even if it's your eye, rip it out. He's not saying that you know, I'm not encouraging people to mutilate themselves, but what I am saying is, if somebody causes you to stumble, take them out of your life. There are functions on, if you think, oh, if I unfollow that second cousin, my aunt's going to get upset, whatever, you know. There is functions on Facebook and I think on Instagram as well, but don't hold me to that, where you can hide them from your feed. So even if they post, you don't see it. Functions like that can really save the day if you think you're going to get into trouble with family for unfollowing people. I also wanted to say that it's easy to get lost in depression. It's easy to just feel like the worst of you. But that's a lie from the illness. You are always enough. I am enough. Who I am today is enough. If I was to die today, I believe I'm forgiven of my sins because that's what I believe. And so the God that I believe in and trust in, he's going to accept me for who I am. He made me to be this person. That conversation that I had 10 years ago with that friend that still plays on in your head, that conversation made you the person you are today. Learn from it. If something keeps coming up, instead of looking at it like through a microscope, look at it from a stand back kind of a way. It's hard to explain, but you kind of like look at that conversation and say, right, what can I learn from this? What is this teaching me? Why does it keep coming up? Is it that I didn't listen properly to that person? And so in future, I'm going to clear my mind, and if I'm with someone, I'm going to be in that moment and talk to that person and be that person in that moment and actually listen. Because all too often, instead of listening, people are thinking about what they're going to say in reply. I found this happened a lot. I used to do it a lot. But I really encourage you, if you're with people, care about them enough to shut out the brain and really be in the moment. If the conversation is that you were nasty or you said something and you're worried that it's going to happen again, learn from that. Learn that you should take a breath. If someone's upsetting you or making you angry or making you struggle, take a breath and then reply. It's all about, to me, I'm just saying what I have found in this last batch of depression, because I go up and down with my depression. I really found that self-love is really about being in this moment and really appreciating and cherishing things that are around you. I do want to talk about, as I fall off the bed, this diary that I got from Amazon, and it's a gratitude journal. There are tons of these online, gratitude journals, and all you do basically is write the day of the week, the date, and the things that you're grateful for. And I'm going to get into a thing where every night I'm just going to sit down and write in my little journal everything that I'm grateful for that day. And it could be, I'm grateful that I got out of bed. I'm grateful that I didn't skip meals. And I'm grateful for my dog, who's curled up like a little, he's so cute. It can be something simple as that, or I managed to take a shower. It's a big thing when you've got depression. And I just really encourage you to just have enough gratitude for what you have, gratitude for who you are, and accepting yourself for who you are. And not always reaching for that perfection, because Jennifer Lawrence or whatever, all her pictures are photoshopped. You can actually Google it. There's a video of Jennifer Lawrence, and it's like a flash between how the front cover of one of her magazines really looked and how she looked in the actual picture, and they moved her collarbone down or something. They lighten people of colour's skin tone when they're on the cover of magazines. They slim them down, they smooth their legs, they airbrush them AF. That's not reality. So if you're trying to keep yourself up on this pedestal, you're going to always fail. Accept who you are today and be thankful, be grateful. The things that you actually have really make you realise, okay, I have quite a good life. And I've found, since I've been doing this, since I've been doing my gratitude journal, since I've been thinking and being in the moment, my life has improved and my depression has started to lift. So yeah, I'm going to leave it there because I've waffled. But if you have any tips and tricks of how you deal with depression and self-love at times of depression, leave them down below. I would love to get a conversation going. I also have an accompanying blog post that I posted yesterday. I will leave a link to that down below as well if you want to read more. As always, I hope you'll stick around, subscribe, like, share and all that malarkey. But for now, I shall leave you with remember to love yourself and remember to be in the moment. I will see you next time.